You know what? Each one of us is going to die. You, me, every animal, plant. Plants don't really die, but they can grow for a long time as trees. But every animal, bird, and fish is going to die. Many of the trees will fall, because we're all going to die someday. Question is, are you going to die living the way they want you to live? By their regulations, by their rules, and their threats? Are you going to die free, like me? Are you going to die someone's servant, always doing as another says, as they whisper in your ear? Always falling into plan and into what they want and what they choose? Or are you going to die as you want to be? As you dream to be? As you seek to be in life? Because you know what? We're all going to die. There is no immortality. There is no eternal life. Everything has its time. And we're all going to die someday. But that doesn't mean that we don't continue. Because you know where we continue? In the children. When the children we leave this world is where we continue our lives. Where man and womankind continues. Where the animals continue by their offspring and the birds and the fish. But you know what? Personally, as individuals, we're each going to die. But the question is, are you going to live your life afraid of that fact? Or are you going to accept it? And say, yeah, I'm going to die, but I'm going to die my way. Because I'm going to live my way. I'm going to live by my rules. I'm going to do my good for the world. Because I'm not going to deprive this world of creation of something I have to give just because someone threatens my life. Because they say it's better for me to be this way, when in actuality it's a harm, a great loss. Yeah, I'm going to die. That doesn't mean that our society and our people have to die. Where were we before the batteries ran out? Oh yeah, I'm going to die someday. When I die, I want to see a more prosperous world from me being here. More children created, more life and more abundance, more existence, greater dreamers, more people going after their dreams and succeeding. Because the truth of it is, each of us individually is going to die, but we choose how we live. We can choose to follow in what another says. We can choose to follow in his ways of darkness and harm and hurt. Or we can choose to live as we dream to live, in harmony, together, working towards a better future, working towards the creation of families, the creation of our species, our life force, our continuance after we are gone, and the memories and tales that are told of us. Or we can follow in the ways that others send us to. Ways lesser than their own, because they would not do them themselves. But we choose how we live. Because we're all going to die someday. So that's not a threat. That's just an inevitable. You're going to die. I'm going to die. Everybody's going to die someday. But the true question is how you choose to live. Do you choose to sponsor life, creation, existence, dreams? Because you're going to die. But what are you going to leave behind? A nightmare or a heaven? Which can give you a glimpse of what you created as your afterlife. Because what is the effects after your life? That you put forth, your intent and your reasons why. Those will be there. Those will still last in the world. And those will be your legacy that you leave the world. Whether they be for good or they be for harm, they will be what you are remembered for. What will you choose to be remembered for? The only true way to be remembered, to be and live and exist forever, as long as there is a voice that can hear your message, or a person to speak your name. You could certainly live by the path that others choose for you, mostly of suffering of others or of yourself. Or you can choose your own path. Look outside the lines and find a better way. Find a way to help this world and do good for this world so that when you're dead, others died again. Why do they fear that? Why do they fear you going after your dreams? Why do they fear you accomplishing what you seek in life, what you dream to be? Because that's what I want to see you become. I want to see you leave this world with an afterlife, with a presence that was greater than when you came. I want to see you be a blessing to this world. But it's your choice. But what afterlife is that which creates a blessing of their life of this world? It creates in this world a blessing, their life lived. What do they leave behind? And what do those that don't? What of those that don't? What do they leave behind, those that live their life as curses? What will they be remembered for? What will you be remembered for? Being a blessing to this world or a great curse? The choice is yours, and it's been yours all your life. To follow in the path they choose for you. Most of the time of harm to one or another. Or to be a blessing. And reach outside the lines. And go after and achieve your dreams. Because you can do it. I believe in you. Do you believe in me? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. But the truth of it is, I'm living my life to be a blessing. So my afterlife, so what is left after I am gone, is a great continuance. A great world. So I can say in my final resting place, in my final bed, when I lie in my coffin, my innards burned and put into a heart of crystal-like, deep inside my body's cavity and buried in the earth. My innards incinerated, all that stuff they take out, and burnt, and put in place of my heart. lying deep within. So I can say that when I'm dead, that my life was a blessing to this world. Do you live to be a blessing to this world? Just to get by, maybe? How much of that is not of blessing and not of curse? Probably none. But there is some gray. But will you live, once again interrupted, will you live to be of the mundane, the forgotten, the gray? Will you live to be a curse, remembered for all the harm you did? What will the world be like after you are gone, by what you have given to it? Or will you be remembered as a blessing, as I choose to be remembered, as I strive forth to do? Thank you for your time, Christopher David Clayton. And you know what? We all die someday. And that's the truth of it. Of the united, unified belief. But how you live is the true question.